Senator Duckworth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Cornwall, can you speak a little bit to whether, or any of the ladies, if any of your spouses were retaliated against from the military side or were spoken to by their chain of command, or you said the GO said they're going to stay in their lane. Can you talk a little bit to that?
Upon leaving my husband's MU, he did receive a phone call from his major that he was very upset that my husband hadn't kept him in the loop, which was actually not true either, because we also had a conversation with him about what was happening on the base. So while my husband didn't have anything in writing, my husband did receive a phone call.
Okay. Either one of,
My husband was never retaliated against, but I do want to say that his chain of command has been extremely helpful for the families coming forward now, that everything has come out in the media and they are aware of the issues. They have encouraged families to come forward and have said that they would help if there were families that needed the help.
My husband was never personally retaliated against. However, during the midst of our situation, and this happens numerous times, I've heard several people attest to the same situation. The housing communities will call our husband's command and tell lies, things that are completely untrue, trying to get our spouses in trouble. That happened to us personally. My husband's command did take our side in that situation, but that happens a lot where these housing companies reach out to command in order to try to get command in trouble, or to get the military person in trouble.
so they're outright either lying, not just intimidating, but outright lying to the
Absolutely.
chains of command?
Yes, yes.
That is absolutely unacceptable. Can you, any of you speak a little bit to, in the amount of time I have left, a little over a minute, to any type of disability accommodations or issues that you might have with disability issues? One of you has a daughter with a hurt knee, I believe.
My daughter has a rare genetic condition, and it affects her ability to walk sometimes. She has issues with her knees, and before we moved to Fort Meade, the Corvia staff assured us that since we were placed on the wait list in time, that we would be able to be accommodated with a one-level home. And just a few days before we arrived to Fort Meade, they told us that the house was no longer available. And when we explained to them the issue, we told them this when we signed for the house, when we signed the lease the first time, and also when they called us 5 days before arrival, that we did need a one-story home, but they said they didn't have anything left, and if we wanted a home, we had to take what was being offered, which was the townhome.
Did the chain of command or the Military Families with Special Needs Office do anything to help you in this case?
We didn't reach out to anyone because everything was just happening so quickly, and we were already just in the height of PCS season. It was the middle of the summer, and we didn't think that we would be able to have our needs accommodated. We didn't even sign into my husband's unit yet, so we didn't know who really to reach out at the time.
Thank you for your very brave testimonies, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Duckworth.